deadliest type of tornado known to man.
All right.
They're so powerful, their wind speeds can
Unfortunately, I wasn't recording with this earlier.
Designed to measure them.
So, like I said, this is my first time ever building, well, second time building a kit. Unfortunately, I never really was good at reading instructions, so.
If you pay attention over even the last couple of years, the weather has gotten worse.
And I missed
storms have all gotten
recording
worse.
this earlier, but I finally figured out what this
we're
on the instructions where it says BA, BA.
Scientists are unclear whether or not
BA
climate change could
stands
cause
for
more
bag
frequent
A.
tornadoes.
So all these parts are supposed to be in bag A.
753 tornadoes hit the US just
Then
in
you
the
got
month of April.
F,
The
bag
most
F,
ever
bag
recorded
H,
in a
bag
single
G,
month.
bag C,
Wilma fears that's
D,
a sign that even more
and the E,
violent and frequent
and B.
tornadoes are coming.
It's very possible for us to see the increase in the frequency of the F5 tornadoes. They're hitting all over, and they're just getting stronger.
Now I'm gonna get started on
all these tornadoes just
putting
popping up
this
out
transmission
of nowhere,
together.
in places they usually don't. We can see that it's just
So
going
on
to get worse.
bag A,
The
there's
Bryants
these
live in
shafts.
seclusion on 24 acres of land 30 miles from the nearest town. Fearing an onslaught of tornadoes in the near future, the Bryants have begun stockpiling provisions.
You sure
They
Brenda said
currently
that?
have enough food stored to last 6 months.
Look at me.
But they keep all of it above ground
You liar.
instead of in an underground shelter.
If an F5 tornado comes through right now, we're going to lose all our food. The cans may be okay, they'll be dented up, but the glass will be broken. So this will all be no good.
But even if the Bryants can figure out how to safeguard their food against frequent
don't make a mess.
tornadoes, Wilma and Heather will be dead anyway, unless they take drastic
So for
steps to obtain one crucial life-saving
Step 1,
trap.
7 of these E-clips.
The Bryants are prepping for a world destroyed by a relentless series of tornadoes. But Wilma and her daughter Heather face a deadly complication that most preppers never have to worry about.
13
My
tooth
daughter and I are both diabetic, and we are both insulin dependent.
gear.
It'll be a long, slow, horrible death when we have no insulin.
Gear hub,
Thank you,
small
thank
one.
you. Well, people really look at
27
you funny when you
tooth
say that you're a prepper,
plastic
you're
gear.
diabetic, and you're prepping for the end of the world and you're stockpiling
A
insulin.
20 tooth
They just
aluminum
think you're
gear.
insane and you should just buy it as you need it.
More than
So these
8%
are the
of
parts we're gonna
Americans
need.
suffer from diabetes. If relentless tornadoes interrupt the distribution of insulin nationwide, Wilma and
Gonna have
Heather
to
would be
put the
competing with
E-clips
close to
on.
26 million Americans for the remaining supply of insulin.
Here.
So they want to hoard as much of it as they can get their hands on.
We have a 6-month supply of insulin. If there was a doomsday scenario now, we could only live for 6 months and we would die shortly after.
Here.
If a regular prepper only has 6 months of food, you can always grow more. With us, we can't grow more insulin. Good job. Medically, you should really not reuse the needles. They are made for one-time uses. But I would reuse my needles in a doomsday situation
here.
because if I don't, then
E-clip.
I'll die.
Wilma's diabetes impacts every aspect of her prepping,
Here.
including her emergency food storage. Foods high in carbohydrates raise blood sugar levels, requiring more insulin to keep them under control. So Wilma must be careful about what types of food she stores.
The 20 tooth.
This is
Gear
basically
goes
a
right here, the
diabetic
aluminum
pantry
gear.
because we've got protein,
Then a clip.
No
E-clip
carbs.
right behind it.
no carbs, very low carbs, no carbs, high protein. We not only have to prep for food for us, we have to prep the right type of food, and we have to have the
Then
low carb and high protein
put another
diet.
E-clip
The most abundant protein source
In
on
the
the
back,
Bryant farm is their
behind the
chickens.
20 tooth.
But Gary is worried that if
Here.
something happens to him in a tornado, Wilma won't be able to do what's necessary to keep herself and their children alive. So today, he's making Wilma face a task she's always dreaded. You got one?
So
My problem is I
Now,
like their chickens. They're more like pets.
this gear hub goes
So
right
it's
into
kinda
this
hard for
plastic.
me
You see the
to
little
actually
lip
do the
right here.
butchering.
If something happened to me,
Goes right
it's
into
very,
the plastic.
very important to learn how to do this.
She just has to get used to the idea of
That's
doing
what it's
it.
going to look like afterwards. You just insert it right here.
2.
And put a neat clip right behind that.
1, 2, 3. If something happened to Gary and I'd have to provide for Heather and Nadia, then we'll cut the chicken's head off and get to work.
There you go.
You do
Now,
what you have to do in these
the
situations.
last heat clip goes
Aw.
right here at the end.
Even if Wilma and Heather have all the insulin in the world, their entire stockpile will spoil in about a month.
So,
Unless
this
it's kept
is
refrigerated.
step 1.
The deadly tornado that Wilma
Put that
witnessed
right here
last
on the
year
side.
nearby Joplin, Missouri, knocked out power to 20,000
Now we're going to move on to
people.
step 2.